Hello yogis, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do an upper body Yin Yoga class, really targeting the upper back and the chest so that we can get some mobility and space and freedom moving into the shoulder area. I know a lot of us are working from home, so we're doing a lot of hunching, a lot of sitting on the couch. Some of us might have neck pains, maybe you're getting headaches, migraines. This is going to be a really good class for you. So like I said, you will need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use books or a pillow and fold the pillow in half. So the first pose, you're going to bring both blocks at the top of the mat at the second highest height. And you're going to place the block just underneath your shoulder blades, or ladies, your bra strap. Once you have that in position, you're going to place the top block or your head on the top block. You might have to shimmy around just to find that nice space of comfort. You're going to bring your soles of feet together and opening the arms out to the side. So you should feel a nice opening right away through the chest. Nice deep breaths. If you are currently working from home, you might be slouching, hunching over, sitting on the couch, or maybe you're a driver, maybe you're driving a lot. This is the pose to really counteract all of the slouching by opening up the chest. Noticing if maybe you're carrying any tension in your face. Relaxing the jaw. Around the sockets of the eyes. So if you're looking for a little bit more of a stretch through the arms, you can take your arms up overhead. Grab a hold of opposite elbows if that's comfortable for you, or maybe just leave the arms up overhead. When I do this, I feel a big opening through the underside of my arms, right into my armpits. Notice the breath, and notice if you're taking short, shallow breaths. Really trying to elongate the inhalations and the exhalations. Last few breaths here. Let's take 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill all the way up into the chest. And exhale. So if you had the knees falling open to the side, just go ahead and bring them closed. You're going to roll to one side, push your elbow into the floor, and remove the block with the opposite hand. Come to lay all the way down onto your back. So you should be feeling a nice pooling sensation, like you're being sucked in to your mat. Just taking a moment to enjoy these sensations. Let's go ahead and bend the knees. We're going to roll to one side and make our way back up to a seat. So next pose, we will be coming in to a butterfly. So bringing the soles of the feet to touch. You're going to bring your knee or your feet as close as you would like or as far away as you would like. The further away your feet are from your groin, you're getting a stretch into the outer hips. Closer they are to the groin, the more you're working the groin and through the inner thighs adductors. Also, if you're having any knee sensitivities, you have those block handy, you can place them underneath your knees or place 2 pillows. Grab a hold of your ankles and inhale, stick out the bum. And exhale, release the grip, walk the hands forward, and just let the head hang heavy. Nice deep breaths into the back body. And really notice if you're holding your head up, really just allow all of the weight to hang heavy. So as I mentioned before, this is a nice way to open up through the hips. This is also a really great way to stretch through the back, all the way from the low back up to the neck. So the longer we're holding these poses, you may notice you can go a little bit deeper. So maybe you walk your hands further a little bit more. A few more breaths here. Last 2 breaths, a nice big inhale. And side out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Opening the eyes if they were closed. Lifting the gaze and walking yourself back up. Bring the feet onto the mat. You can wrap your arms around your knees and just sway here from side to side. Let's lift up, and we're going to make our way onto our bellies. Go ahead and come into another stretch for the neck. You're going to bring your hand and cactus, your right hand. Make sure your elbow is in line with your shoulder and your fingers are nice and relaxed. Palm is pressing into the floor, just for right now. Spider your left fingertips beside you on the other side. You're going to bring your right temple to the mat. Roll onto your right side, bending both knees. And if your neck does not feel comfortable or your temple doesn't feel comfortable on the floor, you can place it on a pillow or a block. Take your left hand up and place it onto your low back. I love this stretch in particular because it gets right into my bicep. Feels really, really nice. If your left hand is uncomfortable on your low back, you can simply bring it beside you. Last few breaths on this side. Last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. And side out. 1 more inhale. And exhale. If you have the left hand onto your low back, bring it back out in front of you. Straighten out through the legs and roll your belly, chest back onto the floor. Bringing your left cheek to the mat. Might feel comfortable to just leave the right arm as is. And when you're ready, straightening it down by your side. I always love the after effects of coming out of a pose. And let's go ahead and do the other side. So lifting your gaze again. You're going to bring your left elbow out beside you, cactus the arm. Left elbow is in line with the left shoulder. Palm is resting, relaxing nicely on the floor. Bring your left temple to the floor. Spider your right fingertips. Roll onto your left side. Bend your knees. And you have the option to either leave your right hand where it is, or you can bring your right hand up and around onto the low back. Last few breaths. Last 2 breaths here. Nice big inhale. And side out. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Opening the eyes. If you have the right hand behind you, bring it back out beside you. to help roll, straighten the legs, roll yourself back onto your belly. Chest, you can leave the left arm where it is for a moment. And then eventually drawing it down by your side. Let's open the eyes, and from here, roll onto our backs. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Just rock from side to side. Maybe dropping the knees to one side for a twist. And the other side. And come back through center. Bring the feet to the floor. So from here, we're going to make our way into banana. So when you're in this pose, you want to think about curving your body like a banana or in a C shape. So bringing your legs all the way down onto the mat. You're going to walk both heels off the left side of your mat. You're going to bring your arms up overhead. You can leave your arms right here as they are, and then you're just going to curve yourself in. So now you should be feeling a nice long stretch through the right side body. So you can leave your arms up above like this. Just make sure that your right hip is still planted on the floor and you're not lifting it up off of the floor. So again, your hands can remain up above, or what I like to do is I like to grab a hold of my right wrist with my left hand because it helps me to pull over and keep that stretch. Nice deep breaths here. This pose is really nice to open up not only the side body, but the intercostal muscles. Just along the side of the rib cage, your lats. For some of us, this goes into the underside of the arm. Nice expansive breath. So if you'd like to go a little bit further in this pose, you're going to take your right ankle and cross it over the left ankle. And right away when I do this, I feel a nice stretch right through my IT band, down the outside of my right leg. Last few breaths here. Last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. And side out. One more inhale. And exhale. Release the grip on the hands if you have it. Uncross the ankles. Shimmy yourself back to center. You can leave your arms up above or bring them down by your side. Just bend the knees here and take a brief windshield wiper. So just dropping the knees to one side, coming back through center and dropping the knees to the other side. One more each side. And last one. Come back through center and we'll set ourselves up for the other side. So extend your legs straight down onto your mat. Walk your heels off of the right side of the mat. Bring your arms up above. And again, what I like to do is I like to grab a hold of my left wrist with my right hand and curve in. Again, making sure you're not lifting up that left hip. So again, if you'd like to go one step further, you will take your left ankle and cross it over top of the right. And again, really trying to feed breath into the left side body. Last few breaths here. Last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. And side out. One more inhale. And exhale. Release the grip of the hand if you have it. Uncross the ankles. Shim your feet back to center. Just take a moment here. And let's go ahead and make our way up to a seat for our final pose. So from here, we'll be making our way into a closed-legged child's pose. So from a tabletop position, bringing the knees to touch, the toes to touch, you're going to drape your belly on top of your thighs. If you have that block handy, you can place the block in front of you and place your forehead on the block, any height, or you can simply stack fist on fist and let the forehead rest. I've been doing a lot of lying down positions, and for some of us, we might be feeling it in the low back. So feel free to stay here, and if it's available to you, you would bring your forehead to the floor and bring your arms beside you. It's really just allowing whatever tension is left in the shoulders to just kind of drop, let go, lengthening the low back. Don't spend too long here. Let's take our 2 final breaths. Really sending that breath into the back of the rib cage. Inhale. And exhale, side out. One more inhale. And exhale. You have your arms behind you or beside you, bring them out in front of you and bring yourself all the way up to a seat. Closing the eyes. Just noticing how the upper body feels. Feel a sense of length, space, and lightness. Yogis, I hope you enjoyed this upper body Yin Yoga class, opening up space in the chest and the back to allow some mobility to flow and get into the shoulders. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share with anybody who you think might resonate with my content. And of course, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, night, whenever it is that you decided to do this video, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one.